Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, episode 11, where we take a very easy puzzle, a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle, and we sort of break things down so that you can learn how to you can learn more about how to solve these variant Sudoku puzzles. Um, or you can just play along and do a very easy puzzle along the way. Anyways, today's puzzle is called One Night's Foggy Arrow by a channel favorite called Megan33, which is a guy, which I found out. Anyways, here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and box. Cells separated by a knight's move in chess cannot contain the same digit. So, for example, in addition to normal Sudoku rules, whatever is in this cell obviously cannot have the same digit in the same row, column, or box as it, right? But in addition, that digit also cannot be in these 8 cells, which are a chess knight's move away from it, right? Which is 2 in one direction and then 1 in the perpendicular direction. So if this were, say, like a 5, we would know that the 5 can also not be in any of these 8 cells. And that's how the knight's move rule works. The digits along each arrow must sum to the digit in the circled cell. So these 2 cells must add up to what this digit is. These 2 cells also must add up to what this digit is, and these 2 cells must add up to what this digit is. So a valid example here would be if this were 2 and 3, this would have to be a 5, right? And that's how arrows work. A black dot between cells indicates cell values with a 2-to-1 ratio. A white dot between cells indicates cells with consecutive values. Not all dots are given. And these are usually called crop key dots. And if you had a black dot, say you had a black dot between these 2 cells, then if this were a 4, you would know this would have to be a 2 or an 8 to maintain the 1-to-2 ratio. Now for this one, if this were, say, a 5, you would know this would have to be a 4 or a 6 to be consecutive with the 5, because white crop key dots separate cells that have to be consecutive. Adjacent cells connected with an X must sum to 10. So for example, if this were a 3, this would have to be a 7. Adjacent cells connected with a V must sum to 5. So if this were a 3, this would have to be a 2. And I'm making sure to use small numbers because otherwise you'll start triggering the fog of war effect, which we actually will go to next. The grid is partially covered with fog. Correctly placed digits will clear the fog around that cell. No guessing is required, which means you can logically figure out this entire puzzle without guessing randomly here. And basically, you don't really want to guess randomly because that sort of defeats the purpose of essentially fog of war puzzles. Anyways, those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, so this must be 1 through 4. So this is 1 through 4. This must be 1 through 4. And therefore, this must be 6, 7, 8, or 9, right? Because we know if these two can only be 1, 4, or 2, 3. Therefore, to add up to 10, this would have to be 6, 7, 8, or 9 to add up to 10. But 9 can never be on an arrow part if it's more than 1, if the arrow is more than 1 in length, right? Because you cannot have 9 plus another digit add up to another digit, right? It would just add up to 10 at least, and 10 is not a digit. So this cannot be 9, which means this can't be 1, so so that because they add up to 10. And since this can't be 1, this can't be 4, because these add up to 5. Okay, so what can this be? It has to be at least 7, so this is at least 7. It could be 8 or 9. Therefore, this could be 1, 2, or 3. Therefore, to add up to 7, this has to be at least 5. It could be up to 6 or 7, though, right? Because it could be 7 and 2 to add up to 9. This could be 6, 7, or 8, right? Because you need 1 and 6 at minimum, but it could be up to 1 to 8, and 3 to 6 is also possible. So this is consecutive with 5, 6, or 7. Therefore, okay, so what happens if this is 1 and 8? This becomes 2 and 7, so this would have to be 7 and 6. So if this is 1 and if this is 8, this has to be 1, which makes this 9. So this is 8, therefore this would have to be 2 and 7 to add up to that. And this would have to be 2 adds up with 3 to add up to 5. So this would have to be 3, which forces this to be 3 and 6. But the problem is this 7 has to be consecutive with 6 or 8. But 8 is here, and then 6 would be here if this were 8. So therefore this can never be 8, which means this can't be 2. Now, because this cannot be 2, this cannot be 3 here. So therefore this could still be 1 or 2. But this can no longer be 7, right? Because if this were 7, this would have to be 3 at minimum, and that would add up to 10, which is not possible as a digit. So this can't be 7. Now, what happens if we make this 7? If this is 7, this could be 1 or 2. This would have to be 3, which would make this a 2. Actually, hold up. So if this is 1 and 7, well, actually, let's make this 1 and 6. Hold up, I made a mistake here. Well, I think 1 and 8, this actually could also be 4, because it could be 3 and 4 adding up to 7. I missed that. So it could be 2 and 5 adding up to 7. It could be 3 and 4 adding up to 7. Oh, this could be 4 and 3 also. So this could be 3 too. If this is 6, 7, or 8, it has to be at least 1, 6. It cannot be less than that. Oh, wait, it could be. It could be... No, it can't be 5. Right. So this could be 5 or 4, too. I missed that, actually. Okay, let's just go through. We know the possibilities for this have to be 6, 7, or 8. This is 2, 3, or 4, and this is 1, 2, or 3. Again, this can't be 9. So therefore, this has to be at least 7, 8, or 9. Well, what happens if we make this an 8, right? If we make this an 8, this has to be 2. This has to be 3 to add up to 5. Therefore, this has to be 1 and 8 to add up to 9. Therefore, that makes this 2 and 7, which also makes this 3 and 6. But again, the 7 has to be next to a 6 or an 8 to be consecutive. And that's not possible because a 6 is here, which eliminates that from being a 6, and the 8 is here, which eliminates 8 from being there. Therefore, 8 cannot work in this cell. So we now know this is 6 or 7. This could still be 7, 8, or 9. Since this is 6 or 7, this must be a 3 or 4 to add up to 10, and therefore this is 1 or 2. How does this work? So if this is 3 and 7, if this is 3 and 7, this would have to be 2. This is at least 8. 2 cannot be here then, if this is 2. Therefore, because of a knight's move. So this would have to be 1. This could not be 9. This would have to be 8, which would force this to be 5. And therefore, this would be 6. So therefore, this would be 4 then. And that's possible, because 5 is consecutive with 4 or 6, but 6 is eliminated here. So this is possible for 3 and 7 then. If this is 4 and this is 6, this must be 1 then. And this can never be 1 and 6 because 1 can't be here because of knight's move. So if this is 4 and this is 6, this can't be 1. Therefore, this is 2 or 3, which would force this to be 8 or 9. Well, it can't be 8 because if it's 8... So again, if we had this being 4 and this be 6, this has to be 1. This can't be 1. Therefore, this would have to be 6 plus 2 or 3, which means this is 8 or 9. If this is 8, we know 4 is here. This would have to be 4 and 4. But that's not possible because of normal Sudoku rules. So therefore, this would have to be 9, which would mean this is 3. So this would be 3 and 6. This would be 4. This would have to be 5. So therefore, this must be 1 and 8. 5 is only consecutive with 4 and 6, but 4 can't be there, and 6 can't be there. Therefore, this doesn't work. So we know this can't be 4. Therefore, this must be 3. This must be 7. This must be, which means this is a 2. And the 2 forces this not to be a 2, so therefore this has to be a 1, because it's either 1 or 2. So this must be 1, which makes that an 8. That makes that a 5. This must be 2 and 6 to add up to 8, and therefore this can't be 6. It is consecutive with 5, so it must be 4 now. So that's how we start that part. Let's see. What can this be? This could be, it cannot be 3. It adds 2 unique digits, so it's at minimum 3, so that eliminates 1 and 2 from being here. It cannot be 4, it cannot be 5, it cannot be 6, it cannot be 8 by knight's move, so it could be 7 or 9. If it's 7, it could be 1 and 6, but the 1 would have to be here and the 6 would have to be here, which would eliminate that from being 6. So this could not be 1, 6. It could be 2, 5. That's possible. So this could be 2 and 5. It cannot be 3 and 4 because this 3 sees that digit from normal Sudoku and that digit from knight's move. So if this is 7, this has to be 2, 5. If this is 9, it cannot be 1, 8 because this 1 and 8 both see this digit, so that cannot be both 1 and 8. If it's 9, it could be 2 and 7, except that it can't be because the 7 cannot seize that one and it also sees that one. This one from normal Sudoku and that one from knight's move. So it can't be 2, 7. Can it be 3, 6? No, because this 6 sees this 6 from normal Sudoku and this 6 from knight's move. But it could be 4, 5. But 4 cannot be here. Therefore, this would be 4. Therefore, either way, if this is 7, this is 2, 5. If this is 9, this is 4, 5. So therefore, this has to be a 5. Therefore, we know that's a 5. This has to have a 1 to 2 ratio. Well, 1, 2, 2, 4, and 3, 6 are eliminated. The only other possible one is 4, 8, because you can, if anytime you have 2 cells separated by a black Kropke dot, the only possibilities for those cells are either 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, or 4, 8. And we have eliminated the first 3, so this has to be 4 and 8. Now, by knight's move, since this is an 8, this can no longer be 8, so this must be a 4, which makes this an 8. This can't be 1 or 2. It could be 3, so therefore this could be 7. Obviously, it can't be 4 because of this 4. It could be 5, in which case this is a 9. And those are both possible. What's left in the rest of this row? It has to be 1, 6, 7, and 9. So this can't be 1 because of regular Sudoku. This can't be 7 because of knight's move. And that's all we know for that one. 4 cannot be here because of knight's move, and 4 can't be here and here because of normal Sudoku, so 4 has to be one of these two cells. 8 cannot be here because of normal Sudoku, it cannot be here because of knight's move, so 8 has to be one of these two cells. 5 can't be here, and 5 can't be here because of normal Sudoku, so this one of these three is 5. Okay, what else do we have here? This can't be 1. It can't be 2. It can't be 3 or 4. It can't be 2 because of knight's move. It can't be 3 or 4 because of normal Sudoku. This could be 5. It could be 5. It could be 6. It cannot be 7 because of that 7. It could be 8. So what are the possibilities here? This could be 1. So if this is 1 and 5, that adds up to 6. If this is 1 and 6, it could add... Oh, wait. It can't be 1 because of knight's move. So this cannot be 1. It cannot be 2 because of normal Sudoku. It can't be 3 because of knight's move. So at minimum, this has to be 4. Well, what's the minimum of these two digits now that add up? It has to be 4 and 5, which add up to 9, which is the maximum that could be in this cell. So therefore, this must be 9, which makes this 5 and this 4. This can no longer be 9, so this must be a 7, which means this can't be 5 because it must add up to 7. So it's 4 and 3 adding up to 7. This can't be 4 anymore, so this must be 2, which makes this a 7. Okay. Here, we have 3 digits adding up to another digit. Well, the minimum you could have is 1, 2, or 3 here. So this has to be at least 6. It can't be 7 or 8 because of these digits. So it could be 6 or 9. If it's 6, this would be 1, and this would have to be 2, and this would be 3. Right? Because neither of these could be 2 or 3. This would have to be therefore 1. This can't be 3, therefore it would have to be 2, and therefore that would be 3. If this is 9... and say we had 1, 2, 6. This would have to be 1, but either of these could be 2 or 6. If it's 1, 3, and 5, this would have to be 1. Actually, this would have to be... Well, it can't be 1, 3, and 5. 1 and 5 are eliminated here. So therefore, this would have to both be 3, which is not allowed by Sudoku rules. So this can't be 1, 3, 5. If it's 2, 3, 4, it cannot be 2, 3, 4 because this cannot be 2, 3, or 4, and you would need one of them to be here to add up to 9 in a D 2, 3, 4. Therefore, we know this is 1, 2, 3, or it's 1, 2, 6, with the 1 always being here. So therefore, this is 1. If this is 6, it would have to be with 5 or 7 to be consecutive. So this cannot be 6. Therefore, this must be 2, which forces this to be 1. This can't be 2 anymore. So this is 3 or 6. This is 6 or 9. So if this is 1, 2, 3, this has to be 6. If this is 1, 2, 6, this has to be 9. Either way, there's a 6 in one of these two cells. So the rest of the cells in row 6 cannot contain a 6. Where is the 7 in row 6? It can't be these because of this 7. It can't be these because of that 7. It can't be that one because of knight's move from that 7. So therefore 7 has to be one of those two. 5 cannot be here. So it must be one of these three cells. Oh, 5 can't be here either. So where's the 5 in box 5? It has to be here. Which means this can't be 5 because of knight's move. These can't be 5 because of these 5s. Therefore, the 5 in row 4 has to be one of these 5s. Excuse me. What's left in box 5? This has to be 6 or 9, but it can't be a 9 because of that 9, so therefore this must be 6, which makes that a 9, which makes this a 6. This has to be 3, 4, and 8. Well, the 3 and 8 can't be here, so therefore this leaves this to be 4, and this has to be a 3 or 8. We're not sure which. That leaves these cells, 3 cells, to be 5, 6, or 9. This can't be 5 because of knight's move from these two. And that's all we know about that. What's the rest of column 3? It must be 6, 8, or 9. So this could be 6, 8, or 9. This could be 6, 8, or 9. But from knight's move, this can't be a 6. But that's all we have. Okay. What about this? This has to be 1, 3, 8, or 9. 3 obviously cannot be here. 8 can't be either of these two. This can't be 1. So for this set of digits, we have 3, 5, 7, or 9. So 5, we know, is one of those. This can't be 9 because of knight's move. Cannot be 9 because of knight's move. This can't be 5 because of knight's move. This can't be 9 from normal Sudoku from that 9. We also know, again, the 3 has to be one of these two digits. So that eliminates 3 in the rest of box 3 for here. And this can't be 3, so 3 must be one of these 3 cells. Okay, so we have a 4, 3, 8 here, which means 8 cannot be in the rest of the column because we have a 3, 8 pair. So 8 cannot be here. 8 can't be here because of this 8, and it can't be these two. So therefore, one of these two must be an 8 then. Since one of these two is an 8, this can no longer be 8. So where is the 8 in box 2? It has to be here. And we also have a 1, 3, 9 triplet in row 1. So that eliminates 1, 3, and 9 from the rest of the row. Therefore, this can't be 9. This is 6 or 8. This can't be 6 because of that 6. This can't be 9 because of this 9. Therefore, this must be 7, which means neither of these can be 7. What's the rest of column 2? It has to be 2, 3, 4, or 8. Well, 3 and 4 cannot be here because of the 3, 4 here. Therefore, this is 2 and 8. Therefore, this must be 2, 3, 4, or 8. Now, the 2 can't be here because of knight's move. And that's all we have from that one. Okay. What's left over here? It has to be 1, 2, 3, or 8. So this is 1, 2, 3, or 8. This can't be 8 because of that 8. And this from normal Sudoku, and this can't be 8 because of knight's move from here. This has to be 3, 8, 4, 7. This can't be 8 because of that 8. This can't be 7 because of knight's move from here. What's left over here is 1, 3, 4, and 8. Now, this can't be 1 because of normal Sudoku. This can't be 1 because of knight's move from both of these, so these can't be 1. This can't be 4 because of knight's move from here. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all that's left there. What about these three? These three can be 1 or 9 with 2 or 6. Now 6 can't be here because of knight's move from this 6. 1 can't be here because of normal Sudoku or knight's move, so this can't be 1. This can't be 9 because of knight's move from that 9. And we have all of those. Hmm. Uh. This has to be 1, 2, 3, or 9. And it obviously can't be 3. So this is 1, 2, or 9, but can't be 1 because of knight's move. Therefore, this is 1, 3, and 2, and 9, right? Which means the 1 also has to be here. But we already knew that. This cannot be 3 because of knight's move. What else do we know? Also, okay, this is a 5, 6, 9 triplet. All of these cells see this cell, right? These two from knight's move, and this one from normal Sudoku. We know all 3 digits of 5, 6, or 9 are here, which means all of them see this one. So 5, 6, and 9 cannot be in this cell because of that. So this can't be a 9. What's left over here? This has to be 4, 5, and 7, right? Yeah. Because we have we have all 1, 2, 3, 6, and 9 already here. So that's 5 set digits in 5 cells. So this has to be 4, 5, and 7. So this is 4, 5, and 7, but this can't be 4 or 7 because of the knight's move. Therefore, this must be the 5, which means neither of these can be 5. Therefore, we have 1, 3, 9 eliminated from the rest of row 1 because of this triplet. We have 4, 5, and 7 eliminated from the rest of row 1 because of this triplet. Therefore, this must be a 2, 6, 8 triplet because that's all that's left in row 1. Therefore, 2, 6, and 8 cannot be in the rest of box 1 because we know we have a triplet here of 2, 6, and 8. So this can't be 2 anymore, which makes this a 9. This can't be 6 or 9 now, so this has to be 1, which means this can't be 1. These can't be 9. This can't be 8. So what's left over here? It has to be 2, 5, 6, or 7. This can't be a 2 because of knight's move. This can't be a 6 because of knight's move. Okay. This can't be a 3 because of knight's move. This can't be a 2 because of knight's move from this 2. Okay, 5's one of those 2. That's fine. Let's see. What else do we know? Not too much. We know that the 4 has to be one of these 2 cells. Because the 4 is one of these 2 cells, neither of these 2 cells could be a 4. And the reasoning is this cell has to... One of these 2 cells is a 4. This cell sees both of these cells because it sees this from normal Sudoku and this from knight's move. In addition, this cell sees both of these cells. So this one from normal Sudoku and this one from knight's move. Therefore, wherever the 4 is, it will see both of these cells. So neither of these cells can be a 4, which means 4 in column 7 can only be in one of two places. It has to be one of these two cells because it cannot be these, and none of these can be 4 from what we've deduced. I'm not sure if that tells us very much. Okay. We do know whatever this cell is cannot be this one. So this cell must equate to specifically this cell. Because it cannot be that cell because of Knight's move. Then where is this cell? It can't be this one. Therefore, it has to be that one, right? So this cell, again, cannot be that one because of Knight's move. We know it's not a 5. So it has to be the other 6-9. So it has to be that one. Now, where is this one? It cannot be that one, so it must be this one. So therefore, this can't be a 5. Which means this has to be a 5. Again, this can't be 5. So there we have a 6-9-6-9 pair in column 8. So the rest of the column cannot be 6 or 9. But where's the 5 in column 8? It can't be these 3 because of that 5. It can't be these 3 because of that 5. It can't be this one because of Knight's move. Therefore, this must be a 5. And I'm not very good at Knight's move, so I will say that I tend to do things slow and methodically for Knight's move puzzles, because especially with Fog of War, because I'm not very good at spotting these things, and that's why I have a lot of digits here. This can't be 6 because of this Knight's move, therefore this must be a 9, which makes that a 6, which makes this a 9, which makes that a 6. Okay, I just said didn't need a color. I just missed the Knight's move there. Again, as I said, I'm not very good at spotting Knight's moves, so. For 9, let's see. So 5 is one of these two. 9 can be any of these 3. 6 can be any of these, 3. So where, again, is the 4 in column 7? It has to be either here, in which case neither of these can be a 4, and this would have to be the 4. Or it's here, in which case neither of these can be a 4. So the 4 can never be here, because either way the 4 is in column 7, it eliminates that 4 there. Right? This one from Knight's move, and this one from normal Sudoku. Similarly, because one of these two is a 4, this one can't be a 4 either, right? Not sure if that tells us anything, but yeah. So this can't be 4, it can't be 5 or 6, so this can't be 1. It's 2, 3, 7, 8, or 9. Because it cannot be 4 because one of these two must be 4. Can't be 5 or 6 because of that 5 or 6. It can't be 1 because of this 1. So 6... So say this were 6. If this is 6, that would mean neither of these could be 6. Whereas a 6 in box 7, it would have to be here, which would mean this would be 6, which is possible. If this is 6, that means this can't be 6. If this is 6, which means that's 6, which means that's 6. Only if this is 6, they all work, unfortunately. This can't be 7. Because if this is 7, it sees that 7 from Knight's Move and that 7 from normal Sudoku. So that 7 would eliminate both 7s possible in row 6. So therefore, this can't be 7. Again, I'm not very good at spotting these Knight's moves, so that's why I give all the digits so that I can see it a little clearer. This can't be 1. It could be 2, 3. It could be 4. It can't be 5. Could be 6. Cannot be 7 because of Knight's move. It can't be 8 or 9. So this is 2, 3, 4, or 6. Where is the 5 in row 7? Can't be here because of Knight's move. Can't be here because of Knight's move. Can't be here because of this 5. Can't be here because of that 5. Can't be here because of that 5. Can't be here because of Knight's move. And can't be here because of that 5. So the only place possible for 5 has to be here. So this has to be a 5. Which means none of these could be 5. What does it also mean? Well, where is the 6s now in row 7? None of these could be 6s. This one because these two because they're already filled. This can't be 6 because of normal Sudoku, normal Sudoku, normal Sudoku, Knight's move from this knight, and normal Sudoku, normal Sudoku. So the 6 has to be here, which means this is now forced to be 4 because that's the only possibility now in the rest of column 7. So this must be 4. This can't be 4. Whereas the 7 now in row 6, it can only be here. So this is 7, which makes this not 7, so that's a 4, which makes that 7. These two digits add up to 5, therefore it cannot be 5 in one of these digits. This can't be 6 either, so therefore this can't be 5. Where's the 5 in box 9? It has to be here, so this can't be 5. This has to have a 4. So this has to be 1 and 4 added together, which means this can't be 1 because we have a 1, 4, 1, 4 pair, which eliminates 1 and 4 from the rest of the column. So therefore this is 2. This can't be 1 or 2, so this must be 3. This can't be 3, so this must be 8, which makes this a 3, which makes that an 8. This cannot be 2 or 8. This can't be 2 because of Knight's move. This can't be 3 because of this 3. These two digits, well, okay, so first of all, 9, again, can never be with another digit on an arrow to add up to another digit. So therefore, this can't be 9. This has to be, it can't be 6. It can't be 7. It has to be 8 or 9. If it's 8 or 9, if it's 9, it would have to be with 4 and 5, but we know can't be 4 because we have a 1, 4, 1, 4 pair in box 9. And 4 cannot be in the rest of the cells. Therefore, this forces this to be 8, which makes this a 3, which means this can't be 3 or 8, so this must be 9. This can't be 3, therefore this is a 1, which makes that a 2, which makes that 1, which makes that 3. This 1 eliminates that 1 from Knight's move, so this must be 3, which makes that 9, which makes that 1. This can't be 1 because of that 1, so this must be a 4, which makes this a 1. These have to be 2 and 7, which we don't know what that is. This can't be 1 anymore because of this 1, and this can't be 1 because of Knight's move from that 1. Where's the 1 in box 8? It has to be here. So this is a 1. This can't be 8. This can't be 8. This can't be 3 because of this 3, so therefore this must be 8, which makes that a 4. This can't be 4 or 8. This can't be 9, so therefore this is a 2, which forces this to be 6 and that to be 9 then. This 2 means this can't be a 2 by knight's move, so therefore that's a 7. This is a 2, which makes this a 7. This 2 means this can't be 2, so this is a 3. This means that can't be 3 or 9, so therefore this is 7. This can't be 7. And these can't be 3 anymore. This can't be 4, so it must be an 8. That's an 8, makes that a 2, which makes that a 4. Where is the 2 in... Well, okay, so this 8 makes that a 9, which makes that a 6, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 6, which makes that an 8. This can't be 3 or 7, so therefore it must be 5. This can't be 5, 7, or 9, so therefore that's the 3. And that's how you solve that. Yeah, again, I'm not very good at knight's moves. So it took me a little longer. But if you know knight's moves, I think this would be pretty easy. That being said, I think I would rate this more of an easy level difficulty because it does require some knowledge of knight's moves and some of the tricks or, shortcuts that you can do once you know where certain digits are. And again, I showed that I'm not very good at recognizing them, which is why I have to sort of have to spell out where the digits are because otherwise I can't see them. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.